Hello everyone, it is Yazu again and we are back with another Raid Shadow Legends video. This is the last one for the day since I did already upload one for now, but I actually wanted to talk about this 10x event that's gonna come out for the weekend. And that is a 10x event with the team of Poisoners. So Poison is one of the best PvE debuffs out there, so you can use Poisoners to like whittle your opponents down, to like have some protections, for example, and then only Poisoners are gonna do damage, so you have nothing to worry about like building someone who's gonna be like 100% crit rate, 300% crit damage or something like that. Just you can play some poisons, and yeah, it's gonna help you a lot. So without further ado, let's go ahead. Let's see who the Poisoners are for this top 10x for the weekend. First champion that's gonna be wait, is it in here? Nope, it's actually Skinwalkers, and that is Steelskull. So Steelskull is one of the champions that was much better earlier, but now there are many better options, to be honest. So let's take a look at what she does. Attacks one, attacks one enemy 2 times, has a 10% chance when booked, up to 35% chance of placing 5% poison debuffs for 2 turns. Then he has a full cleanse, so on a target ally, and heals them by 40%, and this ability increases defense and heals all allies by 20% of their max HP, with aura to increase defense in faction crits by 27%. He was once, I don't know, one of the best clan boss poisoners. So not only because of these poisons, these are like pretty low chances, but increasing defense, healing, cleansing, and then healing again, it is actually pretty nice to have in the kit. Now I don't see Steelskull used anywhere in the game. That's the first champion. The second champion, was it in here? Let me see the list. It's gonna be in the Undead Hordes, and that is gonna be Anax. Actually other way around. I don't think he was used as much earlier as he's used right now. His abilities: piercing shuttles, attacks one enemy 2 times, each hit has a 35% chance of placing 60% decreased defense debuff for 2 turns. Then attacks one enemy 2 times, each hit has a 100% chance of placing decreased accuracy and a 5% poison debuff for 3 turns. And this one attacks one enemy, has a 100% chance of placing weaken debuff for 2 turns, and heals the champion by 50% of the damage inflicted. His passive places 60% increased defense on this champion for 2 turns when their HP drops below 75%, and places increased attack on this champion for 2 turns when their HP drops below 50%. Active ability grants an extra turn when this champion's HP drops below 10%, so he is actually pretty decent for the unkillable teams. He can do some massive damage. So let's see, the next champion that we have on our list is gonna be from the Lizardman epic, and that is gonna be Venomage. So far the best poisoner out of these 3. Pretty great champion. You can use her in Dragon, you can use her for farming, you can use her like in Ice Golem. Of course, there are some secret rooms in the Doom Tower Hard where you can use her to like easily carry. So yeah, I have her at like level 50, and it's helping me tremendously in there. So let's go ahead, let's see. Attacks one enemy 2 times, destroys the target's max HP by 100. Wait, this is actually 90%. Oh, no, this is actually only destroying the HP by 75% damage inflicted if they are under heal reduction. But when booked, this ability is increased, or should I say this chance, to 50%. Each hit has a 50% of activating up to 2 poison debuffs on the target. This ability attacks one enemy, has a 100% chance when booked of placing 60% decreased defense debuff for 2 turns, and a 100% chance of placing decreased attack if the target is under poison debuffs. Attacks all enemies, has a 100% chance of placing 100% heal reduction, which is pretty good for 3 turns on a 3-turn cooldown, and 2 poison debuffs for 2 turns. So actually pretty decent champion, especially with this passive can also help enemies under HP reduction deal 15% less damage. So pretty good champion. And last but not least, let me see, he's the All Green Tribes, and that is Eurogram. This champion, when it was first released, was like a boss. He was able to carry everything, but I mean nerfed a little bit. Oh, there are lores, they added lores, okay. But they nerfed him a little bit, but still pretty decent champion. Attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit has a, what is this, 45% chance of placing a poison debuff for 2 turns, like similar to Steelskull. Also this one similar to Steelskull, removes all debuffs from an ally, heals them by 40% of their max HP. But this ability is much better than Steelskull's, places 2 poison debuffs on all enemies for 2 turns, also places 15% continuous heal buff on all allies for 2 turns on a 4-turn cooldown. Also speed in all battles by 20%. So now that we have covered the epic champions, let's go ahead and let's see our legendary champions. First one is gonna be Battle Khazar. I was lucky enough to pull him like pretty early, I think during my first year of playing. Amazing champion. A1 Dark Sphere, attacks all enemies, heal this champion and all allies by 20% of the damage inflicted. Malice. See, he has only two abilities, at least active abilities. Malice removes all debuffs from all allies, places 2 15% continuous heal buffs on all allies, places 2 5% poison debuffs on all enemies, all of that on a 3-turn cooldown. He can actually solo farm a lot of stages. So, oh, they added his lore. Yeah, too much to read, sorry. And this is actually pretty decent. All allies inflict 20% more damage against targets under poison debuffs. Crit rate in all battles by 25%. Pretty solid champion, a lot of base HP, so yeah, amazing champion, especially if you get him early. He's gonna help you with everything. Next champion, let me see. Oh, next champion is the one that I already have. Still one of the best champions in the game. I mean, I don't use him a lot, but he is like hard hitter with this one. 4 debuffs, 5% poison debuffs for 3 turns on a 3-turn cooldown, and AoE weaken and decrease defense on all enemies for 2 turns, all of that on a 3-turn cooldown. Draco is still one of the better champions in the game. So yeah, especially when it comes to like damage dealing poisons and stuff like that. Next up is gonna be a champion that I hope I can get, and that's TheRelaxed. So the main reason he's that good is because of this passive. Places 5% poison debuffs on all enemies for 2 turns at the start of each round. Has a 50% chance of placing a 5% poison debuff on all enemies for 1 turn at the start of each round, and whenever an enemy places a poison debuff on this champion, instantly removes it and replaces it with 50% continuous HP buff for 2 turns instead. A lot of speed as well, but this ability always like goes first. So yeah, and it almost it has no cooldown, so like every turn. So yeah, I mean every start of the round at least, not every turn, every start of the round. Pretty good champion, would love to get him. And last but not least, without further ado, let's see, Chagor. Chagor is from Lizardman as well faction. A1 has a chance to put asleep, which can be useful in the Sand Devil. A2 attacks all enemies 2 times. The first hit has a 100% chance of placing when booked, placing 5% poison debuff for 4 turns, which is pretty nuts. The second hit has a 100% chance of placing 6% decreased defense debuff for 3 turns, all of that on a 3-turn cooldown. Heartstopper attacks one enemy, then attacks 1 time at random. If the target is under poison debuff, will ignore shield, block damage, and unkillable. Grants an extra turn if this attack kills an enemy, and resets the cooldown of Venom Storm. That's this ability. If this attack kills 2 enemies. What? Oh yeah, I was like, he attacks 1 enemy, but he then attacks 1 enemy at random. So yeah. Passive, Constant Agony, instantly attacks enemies with the default skill whenever they receive damage from poison debuffs placed by this champion. When hitting enemies under poison debuffs, heals the champion by 10% of the damage inflicted. I mean, pretty decent champion, pretty solid champion. He doesn't have a lore, but yeah, I mean, those are the champions for the 10x. Let me know in the comments below, will you be pulling? I definitely will, even though I don't have a lot of sacreds and voids actually. Since we have event for the new fragment fusion, but hopefully if you're pulling you'll have luck with it. And yeah, that's it for this video. Hope to see you in the next one. Make sure to like the video, subscribe for more daily raid content, and I'll see you. See ya.